Picture this. A prestigious university like Harvard, often seen as a beacon of innovation, struggling with mountains of uneaten food piling up in landfills. It's a shocking reality that affects not just our planet's resources, but also our collective conscience. But here's where it gets intriguing. What if cutting-edge artificial intelligence could turn the tide on this global crisis? Let's dive into how Harvard University Dining Services, HUDS, is pioneering a bold new approach with an AI-driven tool called Winnow, and explore whether this tech marvel is truly the game-changer we need. Harvard's dining halls have long been notorious for generating excessive food waste, particularly from their all-you-can-eat buffet setups, where students can pile plates high without much thought to leftovers. Recognizing this as a pressing environmental challenge, HUDS is now testing Winnow, an advanced AI system, in select locations including Adams House, Currier House, and Annenberg Hall. This initiative aims to slash pre-consumer waste. That's the food scraps produced before it even reaches diners, like uneaten portions from preparation or serving, by leveraging smart technology to analyze and reduce what's being tossed out. So, how exactly does Winnow work its magic? It's a clever combination of hardware and software that gets fed the weekly menu details up front. Then, it employs a floor scale to measure the weight of food scraps dumped into compost bins, while a smart camera captures images of the non-donatable leftovers. The AI processes this data to pinpoint precisely which menu items are ending up as waste. For beginners wondering about this, think of it like a super smart detective that not only weighs the evidence, but also identifies the suspects, say, distinguishing between a pile of mashed potatoes and a heap of pasta salad, all to help dining staff make smarter decisions. This partnership with Winnow fits seamlessly into HUDS's wider commitment to sustainability, which encompasses health, cultural, religious, and environmental considerations. As part of this holistic effort, they're rolling out other eco-friendly changes for the fall 2025 semester, such as swapping disposable takeout containers for reusable ones. This move not only cuts down on plastic pollution, but also encourages students to think twice about their dining habits, a small step that adds up to big environmental wins. Smith Hanif, HUDS's managing director, shared her perspective on why they targeted food waste. When it came to environmental sensitivity, food waste was an area we knew we would like to mature our own systems and practices for effectiveness and efficiency. It's a clear sign that Harvard is prioritizing long-term planetary health over short-term convenience. HUDS didn't just pick Winnow out of a hat. They conducted thorough interviews with 4 to 5 companies offering similar tech. Directors Martin Breslin for culinary operations and Krista Martin for strategic initiatives and communications chose Winnow based on key factors. After interviewing these companies, we picked Winnow on a couple of criteria, and one is that it has to be easy to use for our staff. It also has to produce very good, accurate data, Breslin explained. This emphasis on user-friendliness ensures that even busy kitchen teams can adopt it without a steep learning curve, making the system practical for real-world application. And the results? HUDS has already started reaping benefits from preliminary data just 3 weeks into the pilot. Breslin noted, "When I pull a report from Winnow almost every day, I can actually see exactly the food coming back in, and in real time can ask our culinary team to adjust production records and minimize waste. Gone are the days of relying on tedious handwritten notes. Winnow automates the process, delivering precise insights that were previously cumbersome to track. For instance, if data shows too much salad going uneaten, chefs can scale back on prep the next day, preventing waste before it happens." But here's where it gets controversial. Is this AI system flawless, or does it have blind spots that could undermine its promise? Hanif pointed out some hiccups. Did the vision AI from Winnow truly capture the ingredient or the item, or is it something else? Like, is it macaroni and cheese, or is it chicken noodle soup? There have been some errors. While human oversight at the end of each shift provides a quick way to correct these mistakes and refine the AI, it raises questions about over-reliance on technology. Could this lead to a false sense of security, where we trust machines more than our own judgment? And this is the part most people miss. What if AI errors actually increase waste in the short term before improving? It's a debate worth pondering. Does the potential for innovation outweigh the risks of inaccuracy? Despite these limitations, Winnow's predictive capabilities are already proving valuable. The team has used early findings from the 3 pilot sites to identify overproduced items, with rice topping the list as a prime example. The number 1 actually is rice, Breslin said. We saw it across the 3 locations, and that was a very easy fix, like immediate. By confirming what HUDS suspected intuitively but couldn't quantify before, the system has enabled swift adjustments, like reducing rice portions to match demand. Beyond predictive analytics, the dining staff has revamped menu cycles, shortening them from 4 weeks to 3. This change focuses on student favorites with high appeal, cutting down on inventory buildup that often leads to more waste. As Breslin explained, the 4-week cycle really stretches and adds lots of items to inventory and so on, which can actually add to increasing waste. So, the 3-week cycle menu is actually more efficient. It's a practical tweak that streamlines operations and keeps menus fresh and appealing. Looking ahead, Hanif is optimistic about Winnow's scalability across Harvard's campuses. After a reassessment on December 20th, 2025, at the end of the fall semester, they aim to hit an ambitious internal target of 15% reduction in food waste at the kitchen production level. If that's true, we're going to have a follow-up project team meeting, and we want to scale that again, she said. This goal not only demonstrates confidence in the tech, but also sets a measurable benchmark for success. In wrapping this up, Harvard's experiment with Winnow highlights the exciting intersection of technology and sustainability. Yet, it also sparks controversy. Is AI the ultimate fix for food waste? Or should we prioritize simpler, human-led solutions, like better education on portion sizes? Could this reliance on machines distract from broader systemic changes, like rethinking buffet models altogether? What do you think? Will AI revolutionize university dining, or is it just a band-aid on a deeper problem? Share your opinions in the comments. Do you agree that tech like this is the way forward, or disagree and have a counterpoint? Let's discuss. Staff writer Ava H. Rem can be reached at ava.rem@thecrimson.com. Follow her on X at Ava Rem.